Okay, well, today is Tuesday, and this all started Saturday morning. I came into the rabbit house, and there was blood in her cage, two bean-shaped things on the bottom of her cage, which I think was either two miscarried premature kits, or two kits that, like, something that formed that was supposed to be a kit but wasn't, so it got expelled. Sorry, I'm fidgeting with everything. I'm a little uncomfortable because I really didn't want to have to make this. Mainly because I don't want to be reminded of what happened. So then Saturday morning was when this happened, and throughout the day she was very, very tense. She was running everywhere. You would touch her and she would get all tight, and you could just see inside of her that something was wrong, and you could see the fear in her eyes. You could see the uncomfortable motions she made, and I was like, this isn't good, this is not good, this really isn't good. I was like beyond myself because she's never had a problem. She was actually one of the best moms I ever had because she would handle pregnancy so well and just give birth, and that was it. Piece of cake. So then throughout the day it got better. There was less uncomfortable movements. The bleeding had stopped. I checked on her. She stopped eating. That was a bit of a scary thing, which, I mean, that's a little bit to expect. And so I just sat there and was like, God, why? Why would you let this happen? I wanted baby so, so bad. I haven't had a litter since November. Like, I needed baby bunnies, and I wasn't scared or anything. I always had peace, which was good. Then Saturday evening came, and we were out to eat, and then we went to Home Depot to grab stuff, ironically, for the rabbit house, which is why it looks so clean in here. And that's not sarcasm. I spent all day cleaning this thing. And then I came back, and things were looking up. She was not in her nest box constantly. She was having a lot more fluid motions. She was eating again. And I was like, okay, maybe. Because we had a few options that could happen. A, there was a stuck kit, so both her and the babies would die. There was this stuck kit, so the litter would die. There's two options to a stuck kit every single time. Mostly. Unless you do a C-section, which in that case, she could also die. Ooh. She had prolapse, so then the kits were stuck inside of her. She and the kits would die. She had miscarriage, which the kits would be dead. Which she wouldn't be dead in that case, so that wasn't that bad. And one more was she was pinched, which I knew wasn't a thing, even though a lot of breeders were like, she's pinched. No. She's had 11 litters that were all great. She is not pinched. So then that was going on, and then a lot had happened that evening beyond rabbits. I got into a fight with my parents, and it wasn't fun. Although I'm cool with them now, we're all good. But so then I had that on my shoulders. I had my rabbit on my shoulders. I had one other thing that I'm not going to discuss. I had a lot going on. I was in a lot of physical pain from other things as well. And then I'm like, okay, tomorrow it's going to be better. And I wake up and it was better. Depending on your point of view. Because it was right before church. I run in here to clean out, to check everything. And there are two stillborns on the bottom of her cage. Now, anybody that's confused, let me explain. That means she passed whatever was dead inside of her, meaning she would not die. And oh my gosh, I am so thankful because I could not function if she died. She was my first breeding doe. She's 4 years old. I've had her for 4 years. She was my first rescue. Like, I couldn't picture her not in my Rabbitry, even though this was technically her last litter, and she will be retired. She will still be living her retirement years out here. So yeah, and these bangs are really getting annoying. Oh my gosh, how do people do this? The worst part is they're all curly. They're bouncy, and they're always in your eye. Morning voice, I'm sorry. I slept in today. So yeah, she miscarried. And I'm just thankful she's alive. I'm really thankful she did not die. I'm really thankful we didn't have to take her to the vet to have a C-section, or she could have died. I'm just thankful that everything turned out great. On a better note, I tattooed my doe, and let me go get the calendar real quick. We have a breeding schedule idea set up. So if you guys are confused on what doe I'm talking about, you can go back in the channel videos. A few videos back, there'll be the new breeding doe, the Holland Lot pedigreed. She's a blue tort, so she's pretty recognizable. But this, people, is the calendar. So we're aiming for 2 litters in the end of the year, both pedigreed Holland Lot litters. We're aiming for a Halloween litter and a Christmas litter. And I don't know, I'm just giving you guys a brief thing. I'm going to do a more in-detail video on this later. But that won't have my face in it because, you want the calendar and not me. And I'll just be doing a voiceover, basically, or an explanation of what's going on in here. So, I hope this video wasn't too discouraging. I will not be breeding her again for her final litter. I think that was final enough for me. And the last thing I want to do is risk her life over an emotional moment of, oh, it's her last baby being sold. I'm just glad that I didn't have to bury her with her litter. Sorry if that got dark, but honestly, waking up right before church and having to bury a dead litter really wasn't my cup of tea. I'm just thankful that she didn't have to go in the dirt with them. So anyway, sorry I'm a bit pessimistic today. It's been a rough few minutes of being awake. No, it's been like 2 hours, don't worry. Yeah, I hope this video was not encouraging. It wasn't really anything. It was informative, I guess. Don't look forward to everything that you think is going to happen. And I hope that you all have a great rest of your day, week, month, and 2020 is looking up. So yeah, God bless.